and I've decided I'm a candidate for President of the United States of America.
Now at 6, it is official. Former Florida Governor Jeb Bush is running for president. Good evening. I'm Erica Sargent. Elliot Rodriguez is off tonight.
And good evening. I'm Rick Folbaum on the campus of Miami-Dade College at Kendall, where today Jeb Bush made it official. He is running for president. And this was the announcement that everybody's expected for the last several months. Ever since he announced that he was thinking about a possible run, he used South Florida to tell the world that, in fact, he is going to try to follow in the footsteps of his father and brother, both former occupants of the White House. He promised an optimistic campaign, one that will give all Americans what he calls the right to rise. We have CBS 4 News team coverage of today's big announcement. We have David Sutta, Ted Scouten, and Jim DeFede is here as well. And David, let me start with you because you were here with me today. We listened to Jeb Bush's speech, and like we said, it was one that promises optimism.
Yes, that's the whole thing. He wants to be the optimistic candidate. This has actually been probably one of the worst kept secrets. These months that he spent not declaring basically gave him time to raise a lot of money. And in all of this, this finally coming out today with the Jeb exclamation, one thing that's very interesting about this whole thing is he's not using the Bush name in all of this. It's probably a work advice from various folks in his campaign saying to campaign as what he's done here in Florida.
Our country's on a very bad course, and the question is, what are we going to do about it? The question for me is, what am I going to do about it? And I've decided I'm a candidate for President of the United States of America.
After 6 months of the worst kept secret, Jeb Bush made it official at Miami-Dade College.
Here in this great and diverse state that looks so much like America, so many challenges could be overcome if we could just get this economy growing at full strength. There's not a reason in the world why we cannot grow at a rate of 4% a year. And that will be my goal as president.
In the crowd for the announcement, the Bush family matriarch Barbara, Jeb's wife Columba, and son George P. Bush.
Jeb Bush is the greatest man I've ever known, and he's going to make an excellent president.
Bush joins a crowded field of nearly a dozen candidates. Some polls indicate he leads the field slightly, though there is a long way to go.
Campaigns aren't easy, and they're not supposed to be. And I know that there are a lot of good people running for president, quite a few, in fact. And not one of us deserves the job by right of resume, party, seniority, family, or family narrative. It's nobody's turn. It's everybody's test. And it's wide open, exactly as a contest for president should be.
The 62-year-old former governor of Florida is touting his record as the difference.
I know we can fix this, because I've done it.
If elected, in addition to pledging an economy that grows at 4% a year, he's pledging energy independence in 5 years, to rebuild the military and take on Cuba only if it's a truly free country.
We need an American president to go to Havana in solidarity with a free Cuban people, and I'm ready to be that president.
While Jeb appears to have the support of the Republican establishment, he wrapped up his speech promising to fight like he's not.
I will take nothing and no one for granted. I will run with heart, and I will run to win. And
that was probably the most surprising part of his announcement today, was the comfortableness that he had on that stage. I guess all politicians have to be, but there was something different about Jeb. I think that he was smiling a lot more today. I covered the Marco Rubio announcement. Both men did great, in their delivery, but in this case today, I just felt like you had a sense of being very comfortable and where he's at right now. Question is whether he really is.
Well, exactly. He's got his work cut out for him. David, thanks very much.